So, guys, I'm your host, and you're watching Wrestle AI. And Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 41 is officially done. And what a show it was, man. I'll give my verdict and final review at the end. But first, let's break down everything that happened from start to finish. The show kicks off with our new undisputed WWE champion, the 17-time world champion, John Cena. And once again, he makes his entrance in the dark, a callback to recent weeks. The crowd was on absolute fire for him, cheering like crazy, total chaos in the arena. But, as expected, Cena turns on the crowd again. He starts off by demanding a special introduction from the new ring announcer. The poor guy looked nervous as hell, but still gave Cena a respectful, powerful intro. Then Cena grabs the mic, and man, this promo was something else. He says, "Just because you're cheering for me now doesn't mean I'm happy about it." He reminds the fans that just a few nights ago on SmackDown, they were booing him, calling him washed, old done, and now suddenly they want to cheer? Nope. He uses a hilarious analogy too, asks a married man in the crowd, "Would you accept this kind of toxic relationship with your wife?" The crowd laughs, but Cena keeps his tone sharp. Suddenly the fans start chanting, "We are sorry." But Cena shuts them down. He doesn't want apologies. Then the crowd goes wild with a-hole chants. It gets loud, like real loud. Cena then shows the Titantron, revealing his current schedule. Out of the original 36 appearances, only 27 dates are left. He makes it clear, when this countdown hits 0, I'm gone. Forever. And he'll be taking this title with him, and he says, "You'll get a new title maybe, but that title won't matter. This is the title held by legends like Bruno Sammartino, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. This is the title that matters." Then comes the mic drop moment. "You say I can't wrestle anymore? I think I don't even need to wrestle anymore." The boos rain down, but let's be real, nobody boos Cena for too long. Then Cena tells fans to take a picture of him because you're gonna want to frame this. And boom, RKO out of nowhere. Yes, Randy Orton appears from behind out of nowhere and hits a thunderous RKO on John Cena. Massive pop from the crowd. Orton slowly stares down the undisputed championship, picks it up, then gently places it back on Cena's chest with respect. He then hits his signature pose, and man, it looks like we're heading toward Cena versus Orton at Backlash. We knew Orton was on the Backlash poster, but didn't expect this feud to kick off this quickly. Classic out-of-nowhere vibes. And let me break down how sneaky this was. Randy Orton was hiding under the ring, literally, just like a snake waiting to strike. Cena was on the mic, all hyped up, and suddenly, boom! RKO. Even Cena yelled out, "Shit," right before getting dropped. It was perfectly executed. And just when fans started thinking Orton's RKO isn't out of nowhere anymore, he reminded us exactly why he's the Viper. This segment made one thing clear. Randy Orton has his eyes set on the title. Orton is one of the very few people who can stand toe-to-toe with Cena and still get cheered. Even Pat McAfee mentioned that on commentary. This segment was amazing. Next up, we get a tag team segment. New Day shows up with their new tag titles, but are confronted by Alpha Academy, Otis and Akira Tozawa. Before the match can begin, boom, Rusev returns. But I gotta be honest, this didn't feel like Rusev. It felt more like Miro. The look, the vibe, it just wasn't the same old Bulgarian brute. Anyway, he goes wild, attacks Otis, then Tozawa. The New Day escapes just in time, and Rusev ends his return segment by laying waste to everyone in the ring. This wasn't a WrestleMania return, but it delivered here. We had reports about Rusev backstage, and now he's finally back on screen. Next, we get a massive pop as Jey Uso, the new World Heavyweight Champion, walks out. Twice his theme hits, twice the crowd erupts. It's a special moment. Jey grabs the mic and says, "I tapped out Gunther. I made the ring general submit." The crowd chants, "He tapped out, he tapped out." Jey soaks it in. And then, Emotional moment alert. Sami Zayn returns. He congratulates Jey with full heart. Says, I wasn't planning on coming out here, but I had to. I had to look you in the eyes and say, you did it. I'm proud of you. And then, once again, yeeting. The yeet. Chants are back, and Jey leads the crowd into 4 rounds of it. We don't know yet who Jey's next challenger will be, but I have a feeling Sami Zayn may be stepping into that role soon. An amazing feel-good moment here. Props to Jey and Sami both. Then we see a furious Gunther storm into the scene. He confronts Michael Cole, accuses him of mocking him, making jokes during commentary while Gunther tapped out. Then Gunther grabs Cole by the throat. But just before things get worse, Pat McAfee steps in to save him. But that backfires. Gunther puts Pat McAfee in a tight chokehold and holds it for what felt like forever. Security does what security always does in WWE, a whole lot of nothing. Instead of pulling Gunther away, they hold back Pat's crew. McAfee turns red, face covered in blood vessels, coughing like crazy. This was brutal, and honestly, kind of awesome. Later, we see Adam Pearce tell Michael Cole to take the night off, but Cole refuses. He says, if we let bullies stop us from doing our job, what's the point? I won't let Gunther scare me. I'm going back to commentary. Powerful stuff from Cole, and honestly, this whole Gunther-Cole-McAfee storyline is underrated. Gunther's rage, Cole's defiance, it's building to something big. Now let's talk about the main event segment, and let me tell you, what a finish. Out comes Seth Rollins with Paul Heyman. Seth looked serious. No dancing, no laughing. He was focused. The crowd was loud, chanting for both Rollins and Heyman. Just as Seth was about to speak, CM Punk's music hits. The crowd explodes. Punk enters and gets in Rollins' face. They brawl. But once again, Paul Heyman distracts CM Punk, giving Rollins the opening to hit a stomp. Rollins and Heyman stand tall over Punk, and Heyman announces, this man, Seth freaking Rollins, is your new undisputed, undeniable, unmatched top star of WWE. Crowd wasn't done yet. They started chanting, we want Roman. And guess what? Roman Reigns showed up. No one expected Roman to appear so soon after WrestleMania, but there he was, and he went straight after Rollins with a devastating spear. But then, the unexpected happened again. Just as Roman tried to stand tall, Bron Breakker hit the ring and delivered a massive spear to Roman Reigns. Yes, Bron Breakker is now Paul Heyman's newest guy. It looks like Seth Rollins is being positioned as the top champion with Paul Heyman backing him. And Bron Breakker might be the muscle of this new empire. Bron's spear on Roman was nasty. It looked more brutal than Roman's own. He then speared Roman through the barricade after a full-speed run around the ring. Back inside the ring, the final shot we saw, Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker, and Paul Heyman standing tall over both Roman Reigns and CM Punk. This is the new face of Monday Night Raw. This was a 10 out of 10 show, no doubt. The storytelling, the returns, the twists, the future direction, everything was just perfect. Monday Night Raw is completely transformed after WrestleMania, and I cannot wait to see where it goes from here. So guys, how did you like this week's Raw? Let me know in the comments below. I reply to everyone. Now let's move on to other major updates. WWE has officially released the first Money in the Bank 2025 poster, and this premium live event is all set to go down on June 7th. Let's talk about who's featured. Right at the center, front and clear, Cody Rhodes. Right beside him, John Cena, looking fired up. We also see CM Punk, Jacob Fatu, Penta, Jey Uso, Charlotte Flair, Rey Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, Seth Rollins, and Gunther. But noticeably missing from the poster, Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. Now keep in mind, this is just the first official poster. That means the lineup may change. Some names might be added, some might not make the final card. WWE likes to keep us guessing. But one thing is crystal clear, John Cena is 100% confirmed to appear. No doubts about that. And the rumor mill is already spinning. Will Cena defend his title at Money in the Bank? We'll see. Now let's talk about the final boss, The Rock. So what's the update? Well, The Rock is officially confirmed to appear, but not on WWE TV. He's showing up on the Pat McAfee show, and not just randomly. He'll be there tonight or early tomorrow. And here's where it gets interesting. WrestleMania just happened, the biggest show of the year, and Rock didn't show up, not even a cameo. Yet now, just 2 days later, he's free to appear on a podcast? Something doesn't add up. Fans are questioning why he skipped Mania, especially since he's a board member and a key part of Cody Rhodes' story. Why did he miss it? Was it planned? Was it politics? There's something off here, and fans aren't happy. That being said, on Pat's show, Rock is definitely going to talk about Cody, John Cena, and why he didn't appear at WrestleMania. And judging by history, every time Rock appears on the McAfee show, he shows up in WWE soon after. So could he be at the upcoming SmackDown? We'll see. Let's shift to Survivor Series 2025. Another big update. WWE has officially announced the event. It'll take place on November 29th in San Diego. Now here's the twist. The promo for Survivor Series didn't mention War Games at all. Fans are starting to think WWE might be dropping the War Games theme this year, but if you look at the official logo, that War Games-style barbed wire cage design is still there in the background. So either WWE is teasing us or they haven't finalized plans yet. But the speculation is already wild. Some fans are fantasy booking Team Seth Rollins versus Team Roman Reigns, or maybe CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes alliances. We're still far away from Survivor Series, but the hype has already started. Now let's close out with the hottest storyline brewing right now, the alliance between Bron Breakker, Seth Rollins, and Paul Heyman. This wasn't random. This wasn't last minute. This storyline has been cooking behind the scenes for a while now. Reports suggest that Paul Heyman has been mentoring Bron Breakker for months, even before this week's Raw. And guess what? Last week on the Pat McAfee show, Heyman literally teased it. He said another Paul Heyman guy is coming. And boom, on Raw, Bron Breakker showed up and aligned with Heyman and Rollins. Some fans think Bron will eventually betray Seth. Maybe, but not yet. WWE is building this long term, with Roman Reigns possibly stepping away, Cena nearing retirement, and major names phasing out. WWE is planting seeds for the future. Bron Breakker could be that next megastar. And this alliance might just be the launch pad. So guys, that's it for today's packed episode. WWE's current landscape is absolutely wild. Let me know in the comments, do you think The Rock purposely skipped WrestleMania? Is Bron Breakker the next top guy? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wrestle AI, your #1 spot for everything WWE. I'm your host, signing off. See you in the next one.